Well, it has been wonderful. Mick, I'm just going to let you play around with the computer and look for the half-time scores you can bring us. But Sean,
hello.
We are ready for your half-time interview. Now, this is Sean Ridley. Sean Ridley is Bees Players' new signing this year, who is theme park on the Griffin Park Grapevine, who comes on and answers all the technical questions you may have on Bees Player. Now, Sean, first of all, tell us your age and how long you've been supporting the Bees.
Well, I'm 23, and I've been supporting Brentford for 23 years. That's about as fair as it is. I think my very first game was sometime in 1992. I was born in December, and I think my dad took me at the first opportunity. So
you can't. I know you come from a Bees family. Your dad's a massive fan. And what have you been able to add for subscribers for Bees Player this season?
Well, it's before I joined, it was all the video was done by the media team, but no one really had the time or the expertise to actually just do it. So Brentford put out a job to do just video, which is what I do, and I come from a video background. So the first things I did were introduce the need to frame everything correctly for interviews, etc. It's not always easy with players because players have this habit of wandering off, so you have to really keep an eye on them. And also other little things that are very visual, like little new idents, better transitions, etc. Those are the main things that I brought in straight away, and then other little bits include the highlights, the GoPro cams that are now appearing, just little things like that, really.
Fantastic. And now there's been one or two annoying issues with the suppliers of the service Perform. I understand the Football League has actually chosen a new partner for next season.
Yes, basically at the end, as of next season, there's going to be a new provider. They've already started work. They are starting to phase things in. We're not going to use it before next season, I would imagine. So we're going to be running off Perform for the end of the season. But most of the issues that I'm having, and it's the headache that I'm getting, is down to Perform. We have a lot of people asking, are we able to see everything in HD on the system? Why is the Football League app not working properly? Why is the videos not working, etc.? It's all down to the system either not working properly or them just sort of not really pushing anything new out, because it's all going to change at the end of the season anyway. So what I can say is next season we are due to have high def on the Bees Player system, so we'll be rocking with full HD. So I mean I shoot and edit in HD and of course render in HD, but the Bees Player system takes it down to standard, something that's slightly not quite 16:9. So but the new system is going to be very much in the same sort of ilk as YouTube, the same sort of codecs, etc. So all the boring bits, but in a nutshell, it's going to be in HD as of next season. There's going to be a new mobile app on both Android and iPhone, and I'm quite excited about it because finally we can see everything in all their glory. With away games, it's difficult, as I've said before. I can't shoot in full HD in away games in match footage all the time. This is down to what the club can actually give me. So if they can't give me an HD feed, that I just have to rip a DVD and edit on the way home, which is what I'm going to be doing today, I'm afraid. So it won't be in HD today, but anything at Griffin Park will be because of the new system I put in there. Okay, fantastic. So it's fair to say that Brentford have made, Brentford have made such strides this year on Bees Player, and it's put us right up there with Premier League teams. But it's not stopping there, is it? I understand you've got some new kit, if I can call it that, yes,
that will allow you to offer even more goodies to subscribers.
Yes, one of the first things, like there's things that I haven't put out just yet, which I am supposed to put out, including the academy highlights. I am working on them and editing them, but I focus 100% on the first team because at the beginning of the season we had a system that was built for League One and could cope with League One, but since the move up to the Championship we have been going into HD. All the cameras that come down are much bigger. I've got to transmit around the stadium in HD, and the stuff that was in the stadium couldn't do that. This season I've put in a fibre optic system which can cope with full HD. It will future-proof us should we go to the Premier League. Not going to tempt fate, but should we get there, or should we even get relegated at some point from the Premier League back into the Championship, I don't know. We're going to be completely future-proofed. Everything is recording at Griffin Park in full HD. That means that we can get some decent highlights out of it off of the broadcast cameras. On top of that, I've got GoPros in. I've got a new editing computer coming very soon, which is going to help me out and make things a bit quicker for me. And I've also just purchased a big camera. The camera you see me with on the pitch at the moment is a DSLR. It shoots in HD. It's great. It's my personal camera, but I'm actually getting a Canon PMW, not a Canon, sorry, Sony PMW EX3 coming in, so that's going to be fantastic. I did use one in on Doctor Who a few years ago, so it's they are top-notch cameras.
You lost me at the EX3 there, Sean. Mick and I here, we're around our 50s, and yeah, you lost us there, and maybe some of our older listeners. But the bottom line is, more goodies are on the way.
More goodies are on the way. I realise I've done my techie nerd thing and gone, oh, look at all these things that I'm putting in. And people, I realise that a good 90% of the people aren't actually going to understand it. But in a nutshell, we've upgraded the stadium. This kit will come with us to Lionel Road. When we get to Lionel Road, things will be improved even more. Griffin Park was built in 1904, not with television cameras in mind. Lionel Road will be built is starting to be built at some point, and will be. I'm having a photo taken of myself.
Yeah, I am going to put a picture on B's player, and you can make up your own mind. Sean, techie-looking chap or not.
But yes, Lionel Road, there's a question that I've been fired a couple of times this week. Can we put different goal cams in? It's an idea that I want to do. When Sky are in, they happily give me all their camera feeds, which I can use, and I can get a behind goal cam used, and etc. At Griffin Park, I can't put anything in permanently like that without actually attaching it to the stand, and that will cost money. That will also cost time and planning permission, etc. So that makes it difficult. At Lionel Road, there is a studio area in mind for me to be able to run and film from, etc. And there will also be camera positions put in actually in the design. So it's going to be designed with Premiership in mind and Champions League in mind, if I can be daring enough to dream that.
Now, you were saying about us getting carried away, but you never know. I mean, this Brentford side, who knows where they're going to go. It seems like a day out in Europe. Today, of course, we crossed the border to Wales, and this is a great day for us all. But one thing I wanted to mention, Sean, and other people won't perhaps understand this or recognise it. We certainly do here. I do know that, say, for the Fulham game, where we did a little bit before the game, and you did a 40 minutes highlights, you're working through the nights to get that on there the next day for subscribers.
Absolutely. We aren't allowed to post the highlights before midday the day after a fixture. Yeah. This is because of Football League agreements with broadcasting partners, the BBC, Sky, etc. As of midday, we are allowed to post things up. It doesn't always go at the desired time. This weekend, or last weekend rather, I had a bit of a hard drive problem. That's why I'm getting a new machine. But we can't put them out before then. Now and again, the Football League Productions highlights will drop out at, say, 2, 3 in the morning. They're the Football League. They can do that if they want. But if I do that as Brentford Football Club, we'll get in trouble. So our extended highlights do take me several hours. I edited on the way home at our last away game, and got them out fairly sharpish, and this will be the same again tonight. I'll be on my laptop driving, not driving, but I'll be in the passenger seat editing the highlights this evening. And but yeah, with Fulham, it was a 45-minute special. I was up until 3 in the morning, and of course I've also got to take travel into mine. I was lucky enough to be staying in London that evening after the Fulham game, because I was going into London with my other half to watch a theatre show, because I had a Saturday off, which is unusual. So yeah, I have to drive home to Portsmouth before I can start editing. So I will do the post-match interviews at Griffin Park. I will usually lock the stadium up because I'm the last one there, and I will then drive home to Portsmouth, and if there's any problems with the videos pushing through, that's when I can fix it. So you've got to wait about 2 hours after I've left before I'll spot anything and fix it. My bad, sorry. I only live 80 miles away. So
well, the way the first half's been going, I have to say I hope you're up until about 4 in the morning, because we wouldn't mind a second half like that, where you're almost putting out a full, maybe put up 70 minutes highlights.
I don't even think I'm going to bother editing it. I just stick the whole blooming game out at this rate. It's fantastic.
It's been incredible. How do you see this one finishing, Sean?
I'd like to get another one. That's not being greedy, that's just because I've got a cynical Brentford fan ingrained into me from a young age. You mentioned earlier only us oldies can remember these. I remember really dark times as a Brentford fan, and for some reason I kept coming back. It might have been Griffin Park, it might have been the team, it might have been everything. The fact that I am sat here at 23 thinking, flipping it, we might actually get to the Premier League at some point. And it's not a case of if, it's a case of when now. When are we going to get there? If you'd have asked me this 2 or 3 years ago, do you reckon we'll get into the Premier League, I would have laughed at you and gone, no, I'm quite happy in League One because that's the only place we'll ever get. I could see some laughter going. I'm a bit worried about the tweeting.
No, we have actually finally uploaded a picture of you, and I've just asked to put the question out there. He even looks like a techie. Well, you do, and what a fantastic job you do, and we really appreciate it.
Yeah,
Mick and I and all the other guys on Bees Player. Great technology has passed us by as students of it, but we are mesmerised by what you can do and the way you can sync in the commentary with the pictures these days, and all the know how hard you work with it and how much dedication you've got to it, and thank you very much, and keep it up, Sean.
That's no problem. Yeah, I'll do my best. Thank you.
Like I say, we said Sean he's been one of the best signings. Warburton's made a lot of signings, but Brentford off the field have made a very good signing in Sean. And to make your words come to life, Mark, on a Sunday, we're watching it now live on Saturday, but any Brentford fan who has got a lazy Sunday afternoon tomorrow and you don't want to watch the Christmas movie on Channel 4 or Channel 5, have a look. If Sean gets a good run of things tomorrow when he puts his highlights up, if you've got 10 minutes to spare or 15 minutes to spare, you have a look at what we've been watching live here down in Wales today, because you won't be sorry. It will be some of the best football interpassing you've seen, and like I said, he brings Mark's words to life, and we're very grateful, Sean, for what you've done so far this season, and long may it continue. No problem.
I hope to do that, and of course it wouldn't be anywhere near as good without some half decent commentary there, so well done, gentlemen. It's been great to listen to you on the other side, and now it's been great to work with you on this side, so it's wonderful.
I've got to say, Sean, it's very easy with the football going out there at the moment. It's just an absolute pleasure, and a true this is a true story. I kept on having a recurrence of not just a cold, but a really bad throat for quite some time, and I went to my doctor, and she said, yeah, you've got a sore throat. How long have you had this for? And I said literally about 6 weeks. And she said, is there anything you could put it down to? And I wanted to say to her, if I was talking about last minute goals and hotter wonder goals, she wouldn't understand. So I just said, not really. Is there anything I can do about it? But it is an absolute joy. We've been screaming our heads off here, as Richard Lee with us, Dave Morley, Mick as well. It's just been absolutely brilliant, and of course we all enjoy the goals going in together, but I don't think the hotter goal today, I mean, I'm looking forward to it and see what you do with it tomorrow, Sean. Just amazing. A 60 to 70 yard run from Alex Pritchard. He looks up, I've run out of options, over to you, Hotter, what can you do? Okay, keeper off his line, passes it over in him to the back of the net, very little back lift. Incredible. You just knew it was leaving his feet, it was in the back of the net, and he could have had a hat-trick already. Maybe he'll go on to get one. Now, I wouldn't think we're going to get any changes from Brentford at the first half, but I think we will get changes from Cardiff City.